I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
Well, hello there, my darlings. And my name is Alastor, the radio demon. So you might be wondering, Alastor, I mean, like, hey, what happened to Demon Cassidy? He's a video. They were there, and then now they're gone.
Friends and neighbours.
Well, I can't easily explain that. See, I kind of took over his, videos, you might suggest. And now, since I'm here, this is gonna be so much fun.
Are you saying
You're deaf.
So let's get started. We're gonna do story mode. Oh, chum.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Now, let's get to business. Ah, yes. Oh, this is my type of style. Bungle?
Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry. It's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top.
All right, then.
That bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left. These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again. You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain.
Well,
Oh,
in a few...
right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again. Oh, that didn't actually take as long as I thought it would. So we've got a few seconds. I suppose I ought to warn you that tonight is, as I'm sure you know, election night, which means if we make any mistakes, by which I mean if you make any mistakes, we're getting fired. So stay on your toes, mate. You should be getting the signal any second now. When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me go out and pustule.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. It's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist, going in 5, 4.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay,
Moving on
we're
up.
all good.
The election
Next is going to be the throw of the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys honest Andy's totally...
Alright then.
Corners the flowered market. Top chap. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic...
Right, button
That's all coming up on
two in
tonight.
3,
National
2,
Nightly News.
1, now. Lovely, mate. Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Alright then, sir. It doesn't sound so bad, just I run a normal radio show, my podcast.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1, now. Lovely, mate.
But the votes are in and it's a decisive win for Advance. The landslide victory, with an astonishing 81% of the popular vote, is the biggest election win in living memory. Advance appealed to voters up and down the country with their bold promises of permanent change. But critics have accused them of a severe lack of actual policy and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary...
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now, the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
To hear the co-leader's acceptance speech.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Ranker Snatch is running late.
Oh, I thought I'd ask him about the election.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's the same policy we use with you.
I thought that was our little secret.
It's all right, he doesn't remember anything I tell him.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship.
Love you too.
Yeah.
Wicked. We made it to the first ad break.
Yay! It is shut the fuck yeah.
This is what we call a multicam sequence because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long, 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody.
Well, let's get the show on the road.
3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first,
Get ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with the star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right, go to Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
by Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear. I do hope you believe me when I tell you. I do hope that being here today is among
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours. May I say.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a wonderful chap, he really is. I've worked with him on several movies.
Look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
All right, this is Vin. And do you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Oh, this is so boring.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. But seriously, yes, you're right. From my last starring role, from my last played Sergeant Brockman in Sergeant Brockman. You'll remember that was a true story. You'll remember that that was a true story. One soldier's fight for a love, of course, all others. For freedom. A love, of course. I think it's grossed over $1 billion. But I think it's grossed over $1 billion.
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it. But I really am not in it for the awards. Those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantle.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you? What is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan. And not easy to answer. And not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me. I'm afraid. And I will bleed. And I will bleed. That's how it feels. Often. Doesn't it? That's how it feels. Doesn't it? Bleeding. Doesn't it? Giving. Bleeding. Suffering. Giving one's audience. Suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end I do it for the difference. I suppose in the end I do it for the people that I inspire. I do it for the people that I inspire. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change. Most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about.
Today, of course, we're in for some real change. It looks like in the coming few months. It looks like. What do you make of this historic election result?
Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed, historic is the word. Indeed, historic. Difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. Difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. I've always been quite clear when it comes to politics. One should always strive, not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again. Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Which opens next week.
Right, they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
Oh, looks like Blunderclatch is really losing it in the studio. I'd love to hear what he's saying, but we can't find out now. We'll go to the Russia's room together once the broadcast's over.
I don't understand it.
It's not your fault.
You think I don't know that?
Condolences, we mustn't think of Carol.
That's Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan. I did it for you, baby. All for you.
Dr. Hemlock.
We're gonna change the world, do you remember? I won't have listened to you.
Dr. Hemlock.
You told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor.
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
You need to see this.
No, it's all too late.
This is the most boring show I ever seen. Boring movie. This sucks.
The sterility. This formula. This is the key.
We can stop it all.
Yes, we could stop it all. We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Alright then. Boring!
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen, here, is about 2 seconds behind the master screen, here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the censor button for as long as the swear word lasts.
Alright.
It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you got to do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume
We got
of the broadcast
this.
screen
Shut the fuck up, you.
Let's set it now.
Can't.
Mate, if you don't turn up the broadcast volume, you won't be able to time your bleeps.
I can't.
Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down.
Apparently he's been drinking since lunchtime.
Christ, he's a liability in the best of times.
I know. God help whoever has
This
to.
is... No, God will help.
I mean, a lawyer and a TV personality running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3...
There we go. The show begins.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Oh shit, he's pissed.
Shall I
Get ready to
start?
bleep.
Go for it, Pat.
Shall I start? Okay. Well, thank you all for coming. And thank you all. Where do I start? Well, what a day!
They said we couldn't do it.
They certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying southern bastard trick they had against southern people. You saw right through their shit.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that.
the
I've had a
language
couple of
there.
celebrations. Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebrations. Coarser than a granny's fanny. Coarser than a granny's...
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you heard us say that Advance are not a political party. Advance are not a political party. Is what you have when things are going well. That is what you have when things are going suffering. You don't need a party. When the country is suffering, you need a party. A team that can change things. A team that can change. But today is day one of a new future. Fairer future. A better. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbook. Pants on and opening their dusty checkbook.
Again, not inaccurate.
Sorry about that.
Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. To pass the Assets and Wealth Office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know this sort of problem. You know this sort of problem. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated community.
Tomorrow we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore. No more hiding wealth funds or creative accounting. Trust funds or creative accounting. Unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. I've got nowhere to hide. We revoke your passports. We revoke your passports. You want to leave like you threatened before the election. That's fine. You're going to pay first. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals to properly fund
This is the most boring thing I ever hear.
standards of us all. To raise the living standards of us
said we'd
all.
have to raise billions. You'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours. When we've reclaimed what's ours. That's absolute. So to you posh twats.
The people who pay your pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
So they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you. Advance have this to say to you. We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards. We will put the wealth of this country back. We will put the wealth of this country back in the hands of the people who created it. In the hands of the people who created it.
Today.
Ends today.
Ends today. It ends and tomorrow today. We'll start making it fair again. We'll start making it fair again. Promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, ladies and gents, we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Well, interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. And our apologies for the fruity language. Bleeped out for you in time. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. Someone's going to be in trouble. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for the help, mate. mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
Hey, Mold.
Bye-bye!
This is some weird fever dream. Am I dying now or something?
You should be so lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not going for a drink?
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
Well, that was A+. Oh, bravo! We did such a fine job. Let's continue, shall we?
When the program's finished, you'll get
A+.
3 pages. This first page shows you how the first broadcast went. Each sequence
Salutations!
is
Look at that.
Remember, grades mean bonuses, and they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went...
Nice broadcasting.
Right, this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid
Well,
and how much
guess
off
what?
you have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake, so why would you care?
Ow.
This is the last page, and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks. Alright, mate, welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Pop in there now.
I'll do that. Alright then, let's go then.
Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Choose any one of them and select load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
Alright, wait. Oh yeah, that's when, that was... Wait, what?
Well, in a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's national nightly news. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1.
Right, now let's take a look at the rushes.
The rushes?
This is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go, and when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
I'll hit it back, cause I gotta end this. So quick. Alright then, folks, that was the part 1 of Not for Broadcast. I'm your host, Alastor, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. This will be my gameplay. Bye-bye now.